Hey guys, it's your own boy again, Zimbabwe. We are at the cattle farm now to meet a man called Mr. Ibrahim and get to know a lot of things about him because this business has been existing for a while now. So we are here to just hear from him how he managed to build a successful business like this because there is a lot of livestock here. There is a cow, there is a bird, there is guinea fowl, there is a ram. So we are here to learn from him and get to know how he managed to build a successful business like this. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, if you are just joining this channel for the first time, please do well to like and subscribe. Most especially, try to subscribe to this channel because it encourages us and motivates us to do some more videos for you guys. Thank you for doing so. So let's get to thank you for the opportunity, sir. Please, can you introduce yourself to the audience, sir?
Yeah, my name is Williams Ibrahim Olashupo.
Business.
I'm a Yoruba man and I'm into cattle selling and rearing and processing business.
So what's the name of your business?
The name of my registered business is Meat Colony.
Meat Colony. So that when we are talking about the cattle business, you've done well for yourself. So what is the secret to be to become a successful cattle rearer?
As I said, there are three aspects in business we do. One, the cattle rearing is just on a lighter mood.
Okay.
So, but cattle rearing, I can't delve much into that because it's most encompassing.
Okay.
Because if you are talking about rearing, then you'll be talking about the breed, and we have different breed. Then what are you rearing for? Some rear for milk and some rear for meat.
So your own cattle now is what for? Is it for milk or for
the
selling?
cattle I'm rearing is really for just reproduction. I'm not after milk nor meat. So that is why I don't have the huge flock. I just have like 3. So mainly it's just a business or a aspect of business I like.
Okay.
So, and in as much as I'm still in the business or in the value chain of the business, so I just have 1 or 2 that I rear alongside the one I'm selling. So it's not really a huge aspect of the business. It's just one of those things.
Okay. They say that cow has a breed. Is it true that they have the different kinds of breed when it comes to a cow?
As I've said earlier on, cow have different breed. Okay. Even in Nigeria, if you are talking about, there are some cows, there are some breed that even you would hardly find them in Nigeria. There are some breed you hardly even find them in the West African or in the South. We have, like in Nigeria, we have white Fulani, we have Bokolo, we have Kuri. We have different types of cow like that.
So as far as this Nigeria is concerned, what's the best selling cow? Like what's the best breed?
In Nigeria, if you are talking about selling cow, mainly I would not say there is really a particular breed if it is to sell, most especially for meat, that are most conversant with. For meat consumption, some will tell you, okay, Bokolo, because most at times if it is matured, it used to have large meat production. Once you process it, you have quality meat. So but in Nigeria, the market mainly, we don't really have huge demand for a particular breed because we that are really into the meat processing or rearing for meat for just to slaughter, so we don't really have. It's all about having, because all these cattle have tendency of having quality meat depending on the way it was being reared.
Okay.
So both the white Fulani, the Bokolo, the Kuri, all of them have opportunity of having a good quality of meat based on the person, the farm, or the rearer,
okay,
or the herdsman, or whatever place it is being taken care of. Okay. So that is what really matters.
If you are talking about the cow business, you know there is no business that doesn't have advantage and disadvantage. What are the difficulties facing as a cow seller?
Um, there are, as you said, there are different challenges in different business.
Okay.
Now, in cattle business, we have various challenges.
Challenges like
Depending on, as I said, the value chain you are in.
okay.
But if we are talking about the business of just buying and selling cow, the first thing that we face is insecurity.
Okay.
Insecurity based on, even you will have, as a Nigerian, you will have had issue of herdsman and farmer issue. You have had cattle rustlers issue. So they pose a problem to the business generally, because the farmers or the cattle rearers, they go at times, they steal their cows. So but if you are just looking at the level of the business, insecurity is one thing that is affecting everybody, because it also affects the price of the
so
cow.
there are not a lot of cow coming out from the northern down to there because of the insecurity.
Because of the insecurity of cow herders and farmers now.
Okay.
We have seen some videos on the internet that are circulating where huge number of cows are being poisoned.
Yes.
You will have heard of allegations, or some are confirmed stories, where herders and farmers clash. So all these insecurity are huge challenges to the production of cattle in Nigeria. We have issue of herdsman, we have ranching, and government support is also lacking in this particular business. In this aspect of business, they have made proposal for ranching, proper ranching, and what have we. Yes, it has its own implications, advantages and disadvantages too, but the issue is the government is not giving enough support to the cattle business. That is why in Nigeria we still import cows from some of the Sahel states, neighboring states like Niger, that are close to Nigerian borders, Benin Republic. They import cows from there into the country. So then even transporting cows from the predominant areas, which is the north, that we know the large number of people that raise cows are in the northern part of the country. So for we that sell in the west here, even transporting the cows is another issue too. It's deep into the pocket of even we that we are selling it. And food, even getting food feeding is another thing, because cattle can eat. You cannot.
So what's the best like food you rear your cows? Like what's the type of? Now, what type of food do they eat? Those your cows?
Cows, the best feed for cow, as nature can as prescribed, is to graze. That is weed. Because weed, grass, don't let me use the word weed. If I use the word, you might say it is unwanted, but when it comes to farmers, we call it grass. We now have different types of grass that gives them different kinds of vitamins and minerals.
Is it that those people that's rearing cow along the streets or along the road, what's the difference between you that has the farm now and those people? Because they used to rent and sell. So what are the differences?
The differences is not the differences is for you to ranch a cow, the cost implication is much, because most of the time you are buying 100% or a little bit less than 100% of the food it will consume, the feed.
Yes.
So you have to, if you are feeding, depending on what you are feeding your cow, maybe it is all these peanuts, grass or stems, or you have which is groundnut, or we have the beans peel, or we have the, what is it called, this soya beans peel, all these things, or millet peel, all these things, they are byproduct, they are waste from the agricultural sector. Then at times we give them some wheat over to add to make to as more supplement, wheat over brewery waste from the breweries, maltina. We have different classifications like that.
Okay, sir.
The cattle do it.
Thank you very much, sir. So how do you keep your cow healthy? Like, how do you keep them healthy?
Mostly, if you keep, once you can clean, as you know, I said, they say godliness is linked to cleanliness.
Yes.
And if at all you want to be healthy, you have to be clean.
Yes.
So the first thing is keep your ranch or where you keep your cows, keep it clean. So your, at least keep it clean. Make sure they have clean water available for them to drink at regular intervals. Make sure you feed them with feeds that are not contaminated. Then if at once they show any symptoms, you call your vet to come and investigate and give them the normal medications depending on the analysis that was made.
So is it that till when they felt sick, they used to treat them, or constantly, randomly, you can just treat them, or till you've saw maybe this one is not really strong?
Normal, we have multivitamins that are prescribed by the veterinary.
Okay, whenever you want to give them.
So at times you give them those ones once in a while.
Okay.
To prevent diseases or infections. So, but at times, regardless, they can be infected or come down with any sickness. Once the supplement you are giving them cannot fight against, when you give them what is vitamin, their antibodies is to build the immune system, resistance for them against little diseases. But at times when you now realize, so you, at times for a wise businessman, you won't wait for the cow or the livestock to break down before you attend to it. As long as human beings, you observe, you see there will be change of attitude in the way the cattle eat. From there you will have understand this cattle is no longer eating well. What is the problem? So you won't wait till they collapse. That is, probably even by the time the vet come, he will be telling you, okay, they will just try. You might end up losing the cow. And the cow today is very expensive for any farmer to be willing to just lose. So the best thing is keep them clean, keep environment, give them their regular multivitamins or antibiotics medication as prescribed by your vet. And if you notice any symptoms that is bringing about a huge change in the lifestyle of the cattle, then you have to invite your vet to come and investigate.